Left defense number 19, Josh Hewitt. Right defense number 18, Brett Rooney. Left wing number 20, Nick McDonough. Center number 12, Pat Clary. And right wing number 10, Matt Foster. Please stand and remove your cap and play the national anthem of Canada and the United States.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the Houston Fieldhouse for today's ACHA coverage. The Engineers taking on the Catamounts of the University of Vermont. It's game 2 of the weekend. RPI picking up a 5-1 win in their opener yesterday against Westfield State. Vermont was at home last night, and they fell to Marist 4-2. My name is Perry Lascaris here on RPI TV, and we've dropped the puck, and we are underway. The Catamounts skating from left to right, wearing their green and gold uniforms with white shoulders. RPI in their whites with black pants, black helmets. Behind the cage, going to be Brett Rooney with it. Wheels it around for Josh Hewitt. Got a goal and an assist last night for him. The defense got into the scoring mood, and as walking it up the ice that time was Quarry. It'll roll around to the corner. Backhanded behind by the freshman Nat Foster as Vermont looks to break out to center ice. Adam Vians throws one wide of goal. He'll try and track it down in the corner. Fed along and kept in by Kyle Nicholas. Tied for the team lead in scoring last year. Nicholas, 12 goals, 8 assists for 20 points, was a +2 on the ice. Here's Hewitt walking into the zone, takes a wrister right on, and a save is made by Nick Doobie, and he will close it against that blocker with the trapper hand and get a face-off in the defensive zone. Just underway here from the Houston Fieldhouse. Live coverage of RPI ACHA. Trying to walk around Danny Egner. Now a jam at the side of the cage, swatting it away from the freshman goaltender. Never got to McBain. Played down low by Pace. Centering pass hit his skate. Liam McBain, who was solid last night, between the sticks for RPI. Shot from outside, takes a deflection. Never got to McBain. Played down low by Pace. Centering pass hit his skate as the Engineers look to move it back the other way. Mannion leading a 3-on-3 into the zone. On the backhand, looking to center in front, pulling it back and whiffing on it. That was Ware. Missed it by a hair. And now Vermont 2-on-2 the other way. He'll take a long shot from outside the zone, easily seen and held by McBain. 18:10 on the clock early on in this one. We have a very first look at the net cam there. Pretty cool vantage point. The first time it's being used here at the Houston Fieldhouse in competitive play. Of course, testing went on during the week. So we'll get more looks from that angle as this game goes on. Centering pass all the way through. Kept in neatly at the point there by Franz. He'll just roll it in deep. Poked at by McBain, but carried on. Walking it to the circle and taking a shot. It wasn't held. That was number 19, Henrik Nilsson. Puck in the neutral zone. Catamounts tried to get it in deep, but couldn't do so. Losing it on the handle there was Kevin Yoon, the sophomore from Wayland, Mass. And it's taken over in the zone, trying to work it to the middle of the ice that time was Tim Faulkner. Poked back out to center right after the Catamounts entered the zone. Helped up the near side board, shot in by Watkins. That's Nick Watkins, a sophomore from South Hadley, Massachusetts. Forecheck pressure, nearly stole away. That's Olivieri, but it was knocked off his stick. Played on further to the RPI line where it's turned right back around by Rooney. DeVault slams it off the wall. In deep, Olivieri trying to get on it. It's helped along the boards by Connor Bradley of UBM, and they give it away on the far side. Pinching in was Hennick just into the game. They'll try to exit near side, and they do all the way out. They wave off the icing early on as Brett Rooney will go back to pick it up for the Engineers. Rooney, a sophomore from Seaford, New York. 5'11", 190 pounds. He was very active yesterday. He had a couple assists at the offensive end. One of the better puck-moving defensemen on this RPI squad. We have a whistle here and a delayed offside. Face-off coming outside the zone. Drawing it up will be Dustin Paquette for UVM up against Louis Olivieri for the Engineers. Scoreless here in the opening 3.5 minutes. Shot in deep by DeVault. Out to leave it is Doobie. Will be played around to the far corner. Catamounts break out. Now a 3-on-3 as they hit the line. Fired across on a one-timer. Just got a piece of it. May have been defended. That was Eric Gorson trying to get on the end of that pass. Puck went into the corner, chopped at, kept in for a second. As the Engineers will look to move it out, they finally do. Here's Hewitt on the carry. Powering his way into the zone. He goes down, he's taken down. Hennick will try to waste some time. Hewitt still offside, and the Engineers turn it over anyway. Maybe it was on purpose by Hennick to just lose control of the puck there, just flip into the zone. They beat out the icing. Rooney battling for it. There's only Engineers there. Second effort, pass, and the shot goes just wide. Off the stick of Adam Vians. No, Vians back on it, watched by Quarry. They go at it. Rooney comes to help out. Digs it out of the skates and sticks and flips it up the boards. Kept in along the far side point there. Saucer pass out to center. Quarry can't handle. D-to-D pass working to the far side from Sean Baker to Corbin Robichaud. Carried out through center, crossing center and dumping in is Yushikov. For the Catamounts, near side, Madonna trying to get out of the zone for RPI and does. Nick Madonna, just another semester for him. He's a 2015 grad officially from RPI. On a Wallingford, Connecticut. Near side boards, Adam Ware trying to dig away. Flip back out to center and shot in by Madonna, who goes off on a change. Ware forechecking, puck came in to the crease. It was sticked aside by Doobie, the UVM goalie. Doobie listed at 6'4", 205 pounds from Lebanon, New Hampshire. This will be icing on the Catamounts here. 14:23 to go in the first period. No score. There is Ryan Strager, another 2015 grad. And defenseman, another semester left. He can participate in club hockey here. Ware on the draw up against Austin Rand. And the Catamounts win it. Losing an edge and going down behind the net. This will allow Ware to take over. Looking to center. One-timer, they score! Camadilla with a slap shot along the ice. And he beats Doobie for a 1-0 lead. Camadilla, his second goal in as many games for RPI. And they lead 1-0. Not great coverage in the middle of the ice there for the Catamounts, as both he had some space to work there. I thought Mannion was there with him. He actually delivered the pass. I apologize. Just a little bit late to get over defensively, and Camadilla, he's not going to miss from there too often. 1-0 RPI with the lead. They put up 5 goals yesterday against Westfield State. At one point leading it 4-1. Now quickly into the zone. Camadilla looking for 2. He's stoned there. Good stop by the goaltender Doobie. As Camadilla showing off the speed there. Into the zone now comes Pace. Trying to get around Amber. He can't do so. Now Yoon has it for RPI. It's a 4-on-2 if they hurry. Yoon into the zone. Lost it. Good poke check. It was Stephen Franz who knocked it away. RPI back to its own end. All the way down, say it was deflected, no icing. Back to pick it up is Franz again. He'll try to wrap it out near side. A little bit of help there from Nick Sullivan. Back to the point. Shot goes wide. On the attempt by Richardson. And now a clearing effort. Amory shoots it right back down. It should be icing. And it happened very quickly, but our referee is on top of it.
RPI's first goal of the night, scored at time 14-14 by number 9, Dale Camadilla. It was assisted by number 17, Adam Ware.
It was actually Ware on the assist. I apologize. Camadilla, his second of the year from Ware. Ware had a goal last night. RPI's second goal turned out to be the game winner. Hasn't played on this ACHA team since his freshman season, now a senior. Now a shot save off the chest. McBain wasn't pretty, but he did the job as it's back out to center. Quick little shot from the slot, and we didn't see it all the way in, but he was in the right position to make the save. Back behind their own net now, stolen away. Yoon trying to center. He'll move it to the corner. Nice dish for Olivieri. He looks to shield. He's taken down. UVM player loses his edge. Jam try. Another shot comes in, and Yoon didn't get it. He was kind of tied up and never got a shot away. Catamounts trying to break out and can't. Olivieri breaks it up. Back behind the net is Peter Block, and he'll shoot it all the way down. And this will be icing on Vermont. Camadilla scoring at 10:14 of the first period. From Ware. That's our lone goal so far. Olivieri on the draw here. Up against Nick Sullivan for Vermont. One to the far side of the ice. Hewitt tries to jump in. He just pokes it into the zone. Up the boards, DeVault gloving. Tried to kick it to himself. He's now tied up. And it's taken away by the visitors. That's Henrik Nilsson. Indirect behind the cage. Backhanded near side. Connor Bradley. Bradley back on it. He'll flip it up the far wall. Hewitt again. Stick handling out of the corner. Gets hooked just a bit, but we play on. Now trying to navigate his own zone was Nilsson. Engineers pick it up again. Vermont having a tough time connecting on anything coming out of their own end here, and it's allowed RPI to keep the pressure on. Rooney, far side Hewitt. Wrister coming, that one's blocked in front, right back to Hewitt. He'll take another try, deflected in front by Hennick. Another try, and that's put over the top. May have taken a deflection on its way through. Hennick cycling for DeVault. Good pressure by the Engineers here. Really taking it to these Catamounts for the time being. They're going to need something to alleviate that, and they do. They get a good play there from a certainly tired Connor Bradley, who's able to flip it out of the zone. DeVault, near side, center ice, pass back for Hewitt, way off the mark. It'll go below the goal line and back behind the goaltender, McBain. Now pressure comes from the Catamounts, and it's dug free. Loose in the slot, flipped out of there by Quarry, and shot right back in along the far side. That's Sean Baker. Or, excuse me, make that Robichaud. Hennick, after a collision behind the net, move it out to center. He'll cross center and shoot it in deep as a couple players still trying to untie themselves behind the RPI goal. One of them is offside. Now he touches up. That was the UVM player. Here's Robichaud. Man just fell down in his own zone. That was Sean Baker. Madonna poking at it to center ice. Now Quarry. He'll shoot it in from center off the near wall. Robichaud trying to pick it up behind the cage. Doesn't get there. Centering pass. Poke free. Kept in at the point. Fluttering shot goes high and wide from Egner. Far side boards. And we have a whistle here. And it's going to be an elbowing. It's going to go on the Catamounts' first power play coming up here for RPI. Engineers were 2 for 2 last night on the man advantage. And they'll get their first chance this evening with 9:52 to go. Elbowing is the call. It's going to go on Corbin Robichaud. Defensive zone face-off win and a clearance all the way down. Tie up in the corner. And now carried out RPI on the power play here for another minute 37. Sam Mannion on the move. Drop pass. Hewitt wasn't looking for it. He'll go back to his own zone to pick it up. Here's Camadillo to go score. RPI trying to figure out this neutral zone defense by the Catamounts that has them a little bit confused here. Now they get it in deep. Wraparound try. A couple jams at it on the far side by Ware. Now Mannion throws his shoulder. Ware again. He gets bumped. Lost the puck. Clearing attempt. Loose in the slot. Picked up Camadilla. Right to Hewitt's skate. He takes a whack at it but can't get anything on the shot. Somehow stays in the zone. Mannion has it. Near side circle. Drops it back for Hewitt. Wrist shot. No, a pass for Camadilla is off the mark. There was a man breaking out of the zone. That was Yushikov. Now we get another whistle and another penalty. This one's going to go on RPI, however. It's going to go on Josh Hewitt. 51 seconds of 4-on-4 time before Robichaud comes out. It's going to be a rough, I beg your pardon. There's Hewitt, Plainfield, New Hampshire native and senior for this RPI team. Had a goal and an assist last night in the 5-1 win. Tanner Richardson, far side, out to center, got to DeVault somehow. And now Olivieri jumping in, walking right in. He never got the shot away. He was poked away by Doobie. Still 30 seconds left of 4-on-4. Battling for it is DeVault, but he lost it. Out of the zone comes Nicholas. Turned right back around by the Engineers, however. Nicholas trying to get on the right defensive side of the vault. And now we get a whistle here, and they're going to get Olivieri for a trip. So this is going to turn into a pretty solid advantage here for the Catamounts. In about 12 seconds, they're already going to have a 4-on-3 power play. But then it'll be 5-on-3 for a minute 10. It's going to be a trip on Olivieri. And so RPI, which survived a full 2 minutes of 5-on-3 last night and going 3 for 3 on the kill, will have another difficult task here. Midway stages of this first period, holding on to a 1-0 lead. Face off to the left of McBain. It's a 4-on-3 power play here for the Catamounts, and they keep it in nicely. Block near side, hands it off. Pass across the ice. Blocker, wrister, blocker save. And now we have 5-on-3 here for about a minute or so and still to go. Centering pass, that's off the mark. Cleared all the way down. Engineers will change its penalty killers. That was Camadilla who made the play. A little bit of speed into the zone. Here they come. Levinsky moving it. Far point. Walks in. Shot. They score. We're tied. Steven Franz threw a screen as McBain went down to the butterfly, and the shot was high over his shoulder. It's a 5-on-3 power play goal. So that'll bring Hewitt out of the box. Olivieri will still be there for another minute 21. Another look at that goal. Just a high shot, and then judging by the reaction of McBain, he knew the shot was coming. He just went down to a butterfly and it beat him over that right shoulder. Center ice draw after the tying goal. Still a power play for Vermont. It's shot down by Stranger. Franz, the goal scorer, picks it up. Franz did not have a goal in 20 games last year for Vermont, but he picks up a goal in the second game for the team here this year. Did have 13 assists, which were good for second on the team. Here's Stranger out of his own zone. 50 seconds on the kill still, so he'll fire it off the glass out to center. A coming together of sticks in front of the RPI bench. Loose puck sent down, and the wave off the icing. Strager back to pick it up. Ryan Strager out of Rockville, Maryland, former Montgomery U18 AA skater. Jacob Satcher behind his own goal. And now up the near wall, it's Franz, avoiding a little bit of a whack there from Yoon. Franz, saucer pass, far circle. Wrister save, a rebound swung at and missed, and it'll be covered by McBain. There was a man in front. That was Yushikov, who was trying to slap home the rebound. The shot came from Kyle Nicholas. As I mentioned, the 12 goals last year, second on the club to David Crandall. Draw coming here, 8 seconds to go on the Olivieri penalty. Face-off win again for the Catamounts. Wrist shot through traffic, blocked by Hennick out to center. Penalty is over. We're back to even strength as this one shot in off the dasher, and we get a whistle. And interference is the call. So after a pretty clean game one last night, the penalties are mounting here in the first period of game two. RPI just took 3 penalties against Westfield State, but they're already up over that here in just 14 minutes of play. Interference is the call. That'll send Nick Ambry to the penalty box as the junior from Smithtown, New York, will sit down. Clearing effort after the defensive zone face-off win, as it'll be picked up behind the goal by the Catamounts. Here's Franz, the goal scorer. Long outlet pass by everybody. Deflection says no icing. Our referee on the far side. Sullivan back towards the point, kept in. Out to center now, a 2-on-2 shorthanded for RPI into the zone. DeVoldo line up a slap shot, easy save. As it's held on to by the goaltender, Doobie. RPI with an offensive zone faceoff. Still shorthanded for another minute and a half. Game has been tied on a power play goal. No, a one-timer off the faceoff by Mannion. Skips up high over the cage. Setting things up behind their own goal are the Catamounts. It's Connor Bradley. Bradley along the far boards, gets it in deep. He'll chase it down in the corner. Flings it along for Levinsky. Levinsky behind the cage. All the way to the far side circle, now center blue line, faking a shot and throwing it near side. Was blocked, and now a block with a shot, and they score. It's deflected in, I believe. Looked like Levinsky may have gotten his stick on it. There is Peter Block, as you can see from Newton, Mass. And his shot has UVM on top 2-1 here. Power play goal, the second power play goal. And from my angle, looked like, yeah, definitely a piece there for number 2, Nick Levinsky. You should get, I could be wrong, and it's second angle, third angle. May tell a different story. Anyway, it's a goal for the Catamounts. Centering pass in front. Couple whacks at it. Loose puck still. No one can get a stick on it. And it's going to be covered up by McBain. But RPI not as sharp as they were last night. In fact, RPI really didn't have a very good third period last night. Didn't need to. They had 4 goals in the second, 1 in the first. Anyway, they break out here, flip it deep. 2-1 Vermont. Faulkner towards the point, bouncing puck kept in. Richardson, he'll flutter one on goal right into the breadbasket of Doobie. He'll hold on. Engineers' penalty kill last year caused them problems. They were 3 for 3, as I mentioned last night, but 2 power play goals already for Vermont in this one. And the Catamounts in front. Far side boards, tipped out to center, swinging and missing at it was Ambry. Now Richardson, he'll backhand it up the middle of the ice. Rob a shot out to center. Olivieri just lets it run, poked at, moved into the zone. The Catamounts are offside, they don't have the puck anyway. Richardson, near side boards for DeVault. DeVault stick handling, throwing across ice, trying to find Olivieri, off the mark. Clearing effort off the glass, back out to center. 3:40 left in the first period. Engineers have scored first on Teo Camadilla's second of the year, but the Catamounts have answered with 2. DeVault in the corner, takes a look around, throws it down low, intercepted and read well by Robishot. He's going to have a break the other way. 3-on-2 turning into a 2-on-2 as one of them went off for a change. One of the Catamounts did. Now DeVault chopping at it, can't get it out of the zone. Bouncing puck, moved on further. Hennick stopped up in the neutral ice area. He'll just fling it near side, looking for DeVault. Ware gets knocked over the blue line. Picked up by Franz, the goal scorer, the first goal scorer, I should say, for Vermont. We'll get an official scoring on that second goal between periods and let you know. Bouncing puck far side. Camadilla took a swing at it. Now it's rolled wide of the cage on the attempt by Nicholas. Behind the net now. Shooting up the far boards. Bouncing puck skips by. Camadilla trying to jump on it. He gets knocked down. And here's Franz. Cross ice feed connects. Now back to the near side. Pass was behind the intended target, Vians. Back to their own zone. A little bit of forecheck pressure comes from RPI. Mannion knocks his man over. Puck loose for a second. Goes behind the cage. Vians trying to track it down. They'll shoot it all the way down. Will it be icing? Well, there's a race, and Stranger didn't realize that he was being chased, and the puck stays alive. Catamounts have it. Near side circle, all the way to the high slot with it. Stick handling there was Rand. Now a shot from a tight angle, save made, goes behind the net. Catamounts still circling. Wrist shot from the point, sticked away on the attempt by Satcher. Intercepted nicely by Egner. He'll try to clear it out far side. Rolling puck kept alive by Satcher again. Stick handles around one man, went down to a knee as he got tied up with a stick. Now a shot from the blue line. Not tough to handle for McBain. He'll hold on. 1:42 left in the first. It's 2-1 Vermont. We'll have a face-off coming up in the RPI zone. Faking a shot there was blocked. He took the shot that turned into the goal. We're not sure if it was his or not, as it looked like Levinsky was in and trying to at least get a stick on it. Let's see what the official scorers say. Hennick trying to clear the zone far side. He's tied up. Puck comes loose. Engineers have it. Rooney, near side boards, trying to find a vault who's trying to kick it to himself. He'll be played behind the cage by Doobie. Trying to dig it free. Hennick down low. Centering pass off the back of the net by DeVault. He gets it back, fires it right through the top of the crease. Nobody home. Outlet pass to the Vermont line. Hennick will shoot it off the boards and in deep. Connor Bradley for Vermont will roll it around far side, looking for Baker. Baker far boards, kept in Ware. DeVault in the circle, takes a look around, backhands one on goal, but it's gloved. And then Ware throws a couple of hands up high, and that draws the crowd, as you could imagine. They'll need to be separated here. Hennick making sure things are even down low. 33.7 seconds left in the first period. Vermont with a 2-1 lead. I think we're going to get matching minors here. Ware's going to go off for RPI. And it'll be Connor Bradley for Vermont. They're going to play 4-on-4, I believe, for a couple minutes, which will carry over into the second period. Defensive zone face-off win. Catamounts have it. It's Sullivan off for Baker. Near side boards. The Engineers break it up momentarily. Baker will try the near side again. Finds Ushakov up ahead. Levinsky stood up at the blue line by Ambry. 12 seconds to go. Camadillo lost his stick. And now Ushakov again. He gets crunched by Ambry. Little extra shove there. We play on. Ambry back to pick it up with 2 to go in the period. And he will find Mannion, and that's where the horn sounds. So physical play picking up towards the end of that period. Ambry with a couple of words for Nick Levinsky. After one period, it's Vermont 2 and RPI 1. Teo Camadillo, the lone Engineers goal. We'll have the second period coming up in a few minutes. You're watching RPI ACHA hockey on RPI TV. that goal to? The guy who shot it, blocked? Or was it deflected?
Which one?
The second one. There's second one.
It's deflected.
Deflected too?
Yep.
3 and 2.
2 from 12 and 2 from
12
7.
and what?
27.
Okay, and the other one was 3 from anybody?
3 from somebody and 35.
The goalie?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll wait for that to come up. Just about set for period number 2 here between RPI and the University of Vermont. From the Houston Fieldhouse in Troy, New York, you're watching live coverage of RPI ACHA hockey on RPI TV. Perry Lascar is here, along with the fine crew of RPI TV, the RPI Student Union. We'll have 4-on-4 hockey for 1:27. They were matching minor penalties late in that first period. Catamounts look to break out of their own zone. Shot comes, in fact, from the near side. Olivieri gloved away, but not held. Now kept in by Hewitt. Now looking to break. Bouncing puck was just broken up enough by Hewitt. Back now to Rooney. Behind his own net, Brett Rooney had 2 assists yesterday. An RPI's 5-1 victory. Hewitt, outlet pass. Off of Olivieri, right back to his tape, trying to walk around another defender. But getting in the way there was Satcher. And the Catamounts have it. They'll move it out to center ice. Indirect pass off the near boards all the way down. Wave off the icing. Rooney digs away, but he's had a couple of Catamounts to deal with, and they take it away. Ushakov, and they wave it off. No! Puck got behind the goaltender, but it was swept away. Definitely want to see that one again. Caught me off guard for sure. The puck got behind McBain, but he got some help from a defender. Now a loose puck, jam try, put wide on the rebound. One-timer from the slot. That one saved, and the try by Ushakov, and a rip from no angle goes wide. Turning and firing Ushakov again. He'll battle for it, or excuse me, make that Nicholas rather. Walking it out in front. Mask save by the try by Nicholas. He'll walk it out again. Wrist one just wide. It's a firing range or a shooting gallery here. And now the Engineers break. It's a potential 2-on-0. Camadilla in the middle, went right through his legs, and he couldn't get the shot away. Where? Threw it right in on, maybe handcuffed him a bit. Now a shot by Camadilla goes wide. And the Catamounts will shoot it all the way down. Will this have legs for icing? He's chasing after it is Strager, and it will be icing here. So after the Catamounts nearly score at one end and a number of shots, it's a 2-on-0 that doesn't turn into a shot attempt for RPI. Here's another look from behind the goaltender. Sat right on the goal line. He got his blocker on it. Oh, swept away. Fantastic there. You see exactly what happened. It was right behind McBain, but he had the presence of mind to kind of sweep that left arm behind him. He was without his goalie stick, or right arm, I should say. Did not have his stick, so he kind of swatted it onto there and got some help from a defender. So it remains 2-1 after some early action at both ends. Now Camadilla to center. Avoids a bit of a stick check there. Working it in deep, swatting it out of there was Doobie. It was kind of right in his face. The puck came from behind the net. Now a centering pass, circle. Camadilla chopping at it, didn't get enough on it. It'll go behind the net for Mannion. His blind backhand pass comes right back to him. Mannion walking into the circle. Wrist shot goes wide. Near side point, pinching in is Egner. Quarry out of the corner. Centering pass onto the tape of Yoon. Backhand shot, save, rebound is covered. And Mannion looking for that rebound, as was Quarry. They'll be separated. As it was Doobie who didn't cover it right away, which drew the crowd. 17:09 on the clock, second period. RPI now knocking on the door. It's been a very entertaining game so far. Action swinging from one end to the other. Yoon on the draw here. Up against Rand. Moved out to center ice by the Catamounts. Into the zone. Pace in the corner. Flipping one into the middle. Stolen away and moved out to center ice. Yoon will dump it in and chase after it himself. Good speed shown there. Takes a hit in the corner. Quarry trying to dig it out of there. Yoon again. Gives a shove, takes a shove, and now back out to center ice. Knocked out of the air nicely. And a shot is sticked away by McBain. The freshman McBain playing in his second game. Loose puck in the slot, it was blocked. Richardson got in the way of that one, as it was Austin Rand who just had a puck fall right to him. Now a deflection goes wide on the try in front. That was Pace who got his stick on that center blue line shot. Pace has it again, deflected at the side of the cage, as Levinsky, who is credited with that go-ahead goal right now, had that try go by the wayside. Shot in, knocked down. Catamounts trying to catch the Engineers on a change, and they won't, as the pass is off the mark. Here's Rooney behind his own net. Fed up the wall for Hennick. Hennick on further to center ice. Here's Olivieri into the zone. He takes a hit, lost the puck. Puck goes behind. Paquette there. Roll it around far side, chop it towards the point, keep it in Rooney. Wrist shot. That one deflects off of the goaltender, Doobie, I believe. He'll keep it in at the point again, Rooney. Blocked. Near side out to center. No, kept in, I beg your pardon. Hewitt kept it alive. DeVault, he lost the puck. Gloving it is Hewitt. He goes down in a heap, trying to keep the puck in the zone, but does. Olivieri now off the wall. In deep behind Hennick. He finds it there. Now he's tied up. And they'll dig away. Paquette and Hennick. Olivieri on it now. He's pinned against the boards. That's Robichaud. And now back behind it goes. Baker will send it right back to the corner they were wearing out. Olivieri in the circle. Pinballs around, he gets it back around to the far side. He'll get it back again from DeVault. Here's Olivieri again. Engineers looking to cycle here. 14:43 left in the second period. It's 2-1 Vermont. Olivieri digging it out of the corner. Gets clipped there with the hip check, and he goes down. DeVault, stick handling out of the corner. Backhand shot save. Rebound cleared away by Robichaud. He'll bring it out the far side. Richardson can't keep it in, and the whistle will go for a side. He didn't realize it. It was a very close play, and a good play made by Rooney at the point, but he couldn't quite keep it in. Teams will change things up here with 14:21 on the clock. There is Adam Ware. 5'9" from Woodbridge, Virginia. He picked up, as I mentioned, the game winner last night. Just the one goal for him. He has an assist on the Camadilla goal today. Vermont into the zone. Shot goes wide on the attempt by Vians. And now Camadilla out to center ice with Ware. Poked free. Mannion throws his man down right in front of the RPI bench. Hewitt with a spin move, lost the puck. Trying to head back the other way, had his head down, and Mannion punished him. Loose puck in the middle. Hewitt back checking, lifts the stick of Nicholas. Some crunching hits in this game as the shot deflects wide on the try by Satcher. Rolled around in the near corner. Taking a look around is Hewitt, as he gives it away in the slot. A shot and a save. Rebound pokes free, and the Engineers fire it all the way down. This will be icing on RPI. Mannion delivered an absolute bone-crushing hit there. I believe it was Ushakov. Right in the middle of the ice. He just wasn't looking where he was going. 13:21. On the clock here. Getting tossed from the dot is Ware. Camadilla wins the draw. Back for Hewitt. Right back to Hewitt. Along the far wall from Mannion. Spins away from some forecheck pressure. Fired back behind. On for Camadilla. No, didn't get there. It was broken up by Sullivan. And right back in deep. Engineers have it behind their own cage. A long aerial outlet pass. Camadilla's offside as he stepped across the blue line before he touched the puck. They'll draw the faceoff back in the RPI zone. That's where the pass came from. Hewitt just kind of chucked it down the ice. There is Teo Camadilla, the club's president. He's senior. Camadilla from Ithaca, New York. Went to Milton Academy. Puck behind the RPI goal. Here's Faulkner. Off the boards, bouncing puck, skips by Bradley. It'll be picked up along the wall by the Catamounts. They'll go back behind. It's Bradley again. Rolled up the boards, kept in by Strager. In deep, it's Yoon. Yoon, backhand pass in front, looking for the jam try from Quarry. Didn't quite get there. It was intercepted and cleared. Now Egner at center ice. Couldn't keep it in the zone, but slows up the Catamounts break the other way. Right onto the tape of Strager. He'll play it up the near side boards. Yoon into the zone, holding. Centering pass, a slow one. Gets to Quarry, fires high. Had a lot of room and a lot of space to work with. But he put it high and wide of the cage. This will be icing coming up here on the Catamounts. 12:01 left. Second period. RPI generating some chances here. Have not been able to capitalize on them, however. Vermont with 2 power play goals in that first period. That has been the difference so far. As well, a draw coming up to the left of Nick Doobie. Goaltender, as the shot comes from a tight angle. Rebound popped down for a second. Taking a whack at it was DeVault, but it was able to be covered up by Doobie. Looked like it was Hennick on the shot from a pretty poor angle. Just trying to create something. RPI with a 12-11 edge in shots after one period. We'll draw to get again from the same spot. Face off one quickly. A shot by DeVault. Rebound goes behind the net. And here is Robichaud. Up ahead. Hit thrown. Stick goes flying. Now DeVault takes a hit from Robichaud. That was Trip Pace, who didn't have a handle on his stick, and it went about 10 feet in the air. Olivieri takes a bump, stays on the puck. Still digging at it. Goes behind the cage. DeVault centering. Getting a stick on it was Hennick, but he didn't get enough on it to steer it on goal. And now back out to center all the way through. Embry has it now for RPI. On to Hennick. Hennick turning and flinging it near side behind Olivieri. It'll go in. Slap shot to Vault. And somehow that's held. It was an awkward looking save into the chest protector and then glove of the goaltender Doobie. Another offensive zone draw coming for RPI here. They'll send out Camadilla Ware and Mannion. In on the face-off, Adam Vians for Vermont, or excuse me, make that Eric Gorson. And it's Ware who wins it back. Hewitt. Not a lot on the shot, but a save is made. It got all the way through to the goaltender, Doobie. Even though Hewitt didn't catch it real cleanly, he's kind of just slid it along the ice. Looking for a deflection. Don't think he got one. Here's Hewitt again, wrist shot. That one deflects wide. Mannion trying to get his stick on that time. He'll cycle for Ware. Ware centering pass, nobody there. Carried out to center ice by the Catamounts. Fired in off the pad of McBain into the near corner. Hewitt fighting for it. Now a penalty coming up. It's going to go on RPI's Josh Hewitt as it's touched up. And he throws his hands in the air. And it's going to be elbowing on Hewitt. He will head to the box now. Another power play chance for Vermont. This comes with 10:38 left in the second period. Already capitalized on 2 of these opportunities so far. Touch pass near side, a wrist shot. Still loose in there. Olivieri trying to clear. He can't. DeVault on the second effort does. He got it right by the glove of Rabashot and into Vermont territory. Franz near side. That one's turned right back around by the Engineers. It'll be settled by Doobie, side of his cage. Franz again. He had the first goal for Vermont in the first period. Rabashot back on it now. He's turned away by Duvall as he spins around and fires it off the near side boards. His man's tied up. That's Ushakov. And it's wristed right back down the ice. Bouncing puck will be gloved by Rabashot at his own line. The blue line, that is. Ushakov stick handling. It's a bit of a screen there. He'll walk right in. Ushakov tripped up on the way through. And it's probably not a bad penalty to take. There's the whistle. It's a late whistle. It's going to be a tripping call. Ushakov with nearly a highlight reel goal if he would have gotten that shot away, but he was tripped up. He walked through 3 Engineers, maybe even all 4 of them. So 5-on-3 time again for Vermont. They scored on a previous 5-on-3 opportunity, and they'll have that chance here for a minute 4. Ambry is the guilty party here. He'll head to the box. He had a goal last night. Goal. The RPI's 4th goal in that game. So 5-on-3 here. Engineers playing it pretty standard. Camadilla up top, a couple defensemen down low. Richardson and Rooney. Near side, now back up top. Holding it Bradley. Cross ice pass broken up by Camadilla. Tried to swing at the puck in the air. Now block a shot that rises up and goes into the netting. Was it deflected is the question. They'll say yes, and now Richardson gets in a bit of a tussle there with Austin Rand, and it looked like Rand was playing it cool, and Rooney came over to push Richardson out of the way. 39 seconds left to 5-on-3. UVM trying to add to its 2-1 lead. RPI will get a late change here. Or they get a penalty. Richardson's going off here. Could be an unsportsmanlike. I don't see any time going up. My guess is he got 10 minutes unsportsmanlike. Anyway, for something he said. Here's block, wrist shot off the blocker of McBain, and out to the far corner they go. Tie up along the boards. And behind the cage now. Vermont has it. Centering pass off the skate of Strager. 12 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. Rand. Far side point, or circle rather. Centering pass in front. A shot and a save by McBain, and he holds on. That's exactly what Vermont wanted. And slapping his stick on the ice was Trip Pace. A beautifully orchestrated power play move there. Pace got that shot from right between the hash marks, and McBain was able to make the stop. There you see from Tualatin, Oregon. Says Washington. We were corrected yesterday by a couple of folks. Tualatin is in Oregon. It's in Washington County, Oregon, which could confuse people. Anyway, just 2 seconds left to 5-on-3. The Engineers clear it down. 54 seconds left of total power play time. That will go all the way in on goal. Doobie will leave it at the side of the net. Now a giveaway. Olivieri walking in, tried to feed it across. And now back comes Vermont into the zone. Franz, top of the circle, centering pass all the way through. One-timer save McBain, and he holds on. Another big save by McBain. Remember these a few minutes of power play time if RPI is able to come back in this one. McBain, a couple of robberies that time, went post to post to deny Kyle Nicholas, one of the top goal scorers on this Vermont club. Down low. Gelino trying to dig it away from Rooney. Vians, he'll scrap as well, and the Engineers clear. Hewitt all the way down. Doobie leaving at the side of the net. Long outlet pass to center ice. Near side intercepted by Camandillo. A little stop and go move. Backhand shot. That one's knocked down. Right back to his skate. He didn't see it. Now the Catamounts take over. Back to even strength are the Engineers. They kill off all the penalties here. Still in the box, serving his misconduct is Richardson, so RPI is playing down a defender for the time being. Hewitt ran out of room, just flips it out to center. Right back, near side pace, intercepted by Hewitt. He'll backhand it into the offensive zone, looking for Ware, too far for him. Baker up the far wall, up ahead. Into the zone comes Nilsson. He lost it on the stick handle. And now Rooney. Rooney takes a look around, fires off the glass, trying to pinch in and keep it in there. Was blocked, unable to do so. Back to Rooney. As a man breaking, it's Camadilla. Passes behind him, goes into the RPI bench, and we'll get a stoppage in play. 6:50 on the clock, second period, 2-1. Vermont still leading, all 3 goals coming in that first period. Teo Camadilla scoring for RPI midway through the period, but then 2 power play goals. One each from Steven Franz and Nick Levinsky on a tip. The Catamounts on top here, 2-1. No goals so far here in the second. Quarry gets tossed from the circle. RPI wins the draw anyway. Faulkner, far side in. Top of the circle. Feeding it to the middle. Nobody there. Puck comes free, over skated, and now the Catamounts. Floppy pass over to the far side. Drop pass, walking in, a shot. That one skims off the side of the net. You can see it ripple. On the attempt by Henrik Nilsson. We get a whistle here. And a stoppage. There is Liam McBain. Just the 1 goal allowed. He was working on a shutout last night. RPI gave up a third period goal to break it up. Here he's allowed a couple, both on the man advantage. Trying to jam it in front there. Catamounts, that's Harrison Naylor. Comes free to the point. Satcher kept it in the zone, but now it's out to center for Yoon. Too far for him. Satcher has it for Vermont. Down the middle, into the zone. Hatcher stick handling, kicked away by Strager, picked up by Quarry. He'll feed it ahead for Yoon, bouncing puck over his stick. Turned right back around by Franz. Franz ahead for Naylor, and in deep. Shooting it around far side with Strager. For Quarry, he'll scoop it high in the air. Will it hit the scoreboard? Just missed on the far side. Now Yoon ahead. DeVault Trying to turn his man around. Shot saved. Rebound poked in front. Couple of Engineers there, including Yoon. And he can't stick it in. It was actually just Yoon in the end. I thought Quarry was there as well. Looks like he had gone off on a chain. There's Kevin Yoon. Sophomore from Wayland, Mass. You can see DeVault dragging and firing. He had some net to shoot at, but he hit him, Doobie right in the pad. And he'll cover. Now DeVault behind the net. Looking to center. Hennick, a shot, he scores! Adam Hennick off a great feed from Kyle DeVault. We are knotted at 2. Great play all around. 5:29 left in the second. You can see Hennick's numbers from last season. 11 goals last year. He had a goal last night. The opening goal for RPI. And he picks up that one there. You'll find a lot of goals if you get to that spot right there in the middle of the ice. DeVault found him with the pass as he just walked around and slammed it right in. Good pass by DeVault. He had 2 assists last night, did Kyle DeVault. 1 here so far tonight, after picking up a team-high 16 last year. Here he is again on the puck. Up ahead for Hennick. Moves it in deep before taking a hit. Louis Olivieri, sophomore. Out of Clarence, New York. Working into the corner. There's a couple Engineers there. Hennick came to help out. Hennick gets his stick lifted. Vermont moves it out to center. Here they come into the zone. Nicholas, he's tied up by Hewitt. Slams him into the corner boards. More scrapping here. We're going to get a penalty as Henrik Nilsson's gone a little overboard here as he continues to shove away at Hennick. And he's upset about something, and I'm not sure what, but he's going to go off here. Looks like unsportsmanlike on Ben Peters. I have that being Henrik Nilsson, but I could be wrong. He's not very happy about something. Power play, I believe. Just one penalty called here. The faceoff should be in the RPI zone. That's what they're sorting out. 4:38 to go in the second period. The Engineers have come back to tie it up on Adam Hennick's second goal of the season. Hennick, a senior from Montreal, Quebec. Camadilla, cross-ice pass, Rooney. Shot coming, save up high. Rebound still loose, poking at it. Camadilla couldn't get it in time. Good defensive play that time by Nicholas to just get enough on the puck to move it out of that dangerous area next to the goal. Back to the RPI zone with the puck is Rooney. Minute 40 on the RPI power play. Hewitt touch pass up the boards for Mannion. Mannion takes a hit, gets it deep. Bouncing puck in the circle, knocked free. Hewitt's going to have to win a race here. And he's going to continue to get pressure, but he works up the boards for Rooney. Now the Engineers have a chance to break. Near side, Camadilla, slap shot coming high and wide. It's flipped out of the zone all the way down. Hewitt, or make that Rooney rather. Leaping in the air, trying to keep the puck in the zone. Actually, it was Ware, and he hurt himself doing so. Fired in on goal, glove down by McBain. Under a minute to go on the Engineer man advantage. RPI's 0 for 1 so far. They were 2 for 2 last night. Another clearance. Here's Hewitt. Olivieri moves it into the zone. Louis Olivieri on the move. Poked off his stick. Trying to dig it free. Comes to Ambry. Ambry with it. Lost it for a second. He'll backtrack to the blue line. He carried it over the line. Took a shot. Won't count. It's offside. Now we get whistled for the aforementioned offside. And we'll have a stoppage in play. 25 seconds you can see on the power play. 3:03 left in the second period. But the Engineers have battled their way back to tie the game at 2. neutral ice face-off win. Engineers move it into the zone. DeVault hit the linesman with the puck, stays on it. Now Olivieri with it. Into the circle, walking in. Wrist shot save, no rebound for Doobie. As he takes a look around. So another face-off coming up here. Been a very evenly played game. Olivieri to face off with Austin Rand. Chopped at by Hewitt. Puck still loose. Still no whistle. Now we get a cover. There's a pile up in front of the net. And Hennick, of course, at the bottom of it. He doesn't like the way he was treated down there. And he takes exception to Peter Block, who is just kind of standing over him. But cooler heads prevail here, and we'll continue with the hockey portion of the evening. Still 13 seconds left on the power play. Puck peeled off the dot, move it back to Rooney. Wrist shot blocked on the play by Rand. Up against the boards, we get more pushing and shoving, and we might get a penalty out of this, as we're going to get a high sticking call. Looks like the goaltender is hurt. Doobie is kind of buckled over here. We're going to get a high stick, or a puck played with a high stick, I beg your pardon. So no high sticking on Hennick. I didn't see what happened to Doobie, to be honest. It was away from the puck. We got a penalty here. There was a high sticking goal. I just missed it. It's going to go on Vermont, so we'll have 2 seconds of 5-on-3 for RPI. Out of the box now. Should be 5-on-4. Now a wraparound try in the crease, and the man out of the box will clear it down. Only as far as Hewitt, I guess, at center ice. Tied up over there was DeVault. We'll try near side. Satcher had it knocked away. Hewitt into the zone. Cross ice feed. Fake a shot. Rooney. Shot was blocked by a shin pad. Loose and out to center. DeVault falls down. Rooney battling for it over there with Nicholas. Minute and a half to go on RPI's next power play. As there's a couple back-to-back here, overlapping by just the 2 seconds. Here's Camadilla at center ice. Picking up speed into the zone. Oh, it's poked away from him. Cleared but not out. Kept in by Olivieri. Drop pass. Rooney. Shot was partially blocked on its way through, and the save was made by Doobie. Glove down at the line. Fed in front. Shot coming right on. Save, rebound. Poked out to center. Embry just off the bench will fire it far side. As it's shot into the RPI zone eventually by Austin Rand. Penalty coming up here. And Camadilla's going to get it. It's going to be a rough. Once again, away from the puck. I didn't see that one, but the whistle went right away. So the power play is over. We'll have 46 seconds of 4-on-4 time before a brief Vermont power play, which could potentially carry over to the third. Roughing is the call on Camadilla. He sits in the box, still with Richardson, who's in there for his 10-minute misconduct. Behind the cage, moving out to the point. Franz walking in, takes a wrist shot, glove. Good sight lines that time for McBain. He saw that one all the way. May have been head wide, but smartly gloves it anyway. There's Camadilla in the box. Second all-time in points for the relatively young RPI ACHA team. Mark Flory talked about it yesterday, 101 points. Camadilla had 94 coming into the season. He has 2 goals so far, 1 in each game. 96 there, keep the tabs there. Scoring at home. Centering pass, intercepted. Picked up by Sean Baker. Outlet ahead for Pace. He couldn't control. Back comes Rooney. Takes a bump from behind. Goes down. Picked up by Yoon. Back up to his feet as Rooney has the puck. Wrist shot right on goal. And again, just like for McBain at the other end, seen and held fairly easily by Nick Doobie. 44 seconds remain in the period, 5 seconds away from a Vermont power play. You can look at defenseman Sean Baker headed to the bench. We'll draw it up to the left of Doobie here. Late add here. It's a 4-on-4 situation. Hanging out on the far wing over there was Nicholas. Olivieri holding it here. Power play now has begun for the Catamounts. Spinning around Olivieri, trying to get away from Franz. Still Olivieri. Now he's just wasting time as he's tripped up a bit as Franz is trying to dig for the puck. The vault wrist shot off a stick, ramps up and out of play into the netting. 21.5 ticks on the clock, second period. Mannion up against, well, it was Vians. He gets tossed for Sullivan. For Nicholas, rather. Up the boards and into the zone. The defenseman Block leading the charge. Sliding defensive play, breaks it up by Rooney. Shot there by Nicholas is blocked as well. Knocked away from Vians into the corner, 4 seconds. Centering pass through the top of the crease. It'll be picked up by Rooney. He'll carry it behind, and that will do it for the second period. Just the one goal in the frame. It was Adam Hennick's second of the year, and it's tied this game up at 2-2. RPI and Vermont will head to the break with that 2-2 score. You're watching RPI ACHA hockey on RPI TV. 20 more minutes to go here between RPI and Vermont. You're watching RPI ACHA hockey on RPI TV. It's 2-2 after 2 periods. It's been an exciting game. The Engineers took a 1-0 lead way back in the first period, but 2 power play goals later in the frame gave the Catamounts a 2-1 lead. But in the second, Adam Hennick scored his second goal in 2 games to tie the game at 2. There's a man in the box. I believe it's Camadilla still for another 35 seconds. It is. So power play for 35 seconds to start the third period. RPI at 1-0, the Catamounts at 0-1. Vermont losing at home to Marist yesterday. RPI 5-1 victors over Westfield State. Stick handling into the offensive zone was Yoon. He eventually lost it. It's picked up by Corbin Robichaud for Vermont. His outlet pass too far from the intended target, Vian. Turned right back around by the Engineers. And now Robichaud back to his own end to pick it up. Kerms around for France. And now out to center Yoon. He'll pass it back, and the Engineers will clear it all the way down again. Camadilla out of the box in 2-1. Here he comes. Even strength and an icing against Vermont. I'd like to give a shout out to former RPI ACHA player and RPI alum Tom Cooley and his wife-to-be Katie. They're getting married in a couple of months here. Not too long, maybe even 1 month. Might be wrong on that, but congratulations in advance to them. Tom's dad, of course, the head coach of these Engineers. Is a shot by Camadilla on the backhand. Goes wide. Picked up behind the net. Here's France. Played behind Robichaud. Up the far boards, kicked at. Mannion keeps it in the zone for a second. Now it's cleared out to center. Right onto the tape of Rooney. Rooney ahead. Flips it just wide of goal. It'll go spin into the far corner. Poking at it, Camadilla and France. Into the middle, one-timer. He didn't catch it cleanly. Puck was a little bit on edge. But the Engineers do keep it in the zone. Egner shot never got to the goaltender. Now a clearing effort all the way down. Playing the puck as they waved off the icing was McBain. Up ahead, poked along by Quarry. Pressuring along the far boards was Faulkner. The Engineers keep it in the zone. Back behind it goes. Helped back behind the cage by Bradley. Now back to the point. Egner, shot through traffic, deflects, rebound, put in front, still it goes in! Patrick Quarry with the goal. And the Engineers take the lead. We'll have to see that one again. It looked like the Catamounts are going to be able to clear that one, but Quarry was there, and he stuck it home. Backhand, oh, he got his stick on it. I was wrong. I thought it was blocked on there. Would have had the first crack at it, but he didn't get his stick on it. Quarry just lifted it up over the shoulder of the fallen goaltender Doobie. So it's 3-2 RPI. And a goal by Patrick Quarry, who had 3 goals last season and 4 assists in 16 games for the Engineers. This one in on goal from center ice. Help to the side, but probably the wrong move there for Doobie as there's an Engineer closing in. That was Camadilla. He nearly was gifted a goal there. Moving out to center, it's Bradley on the move. A 3-on-2 out of almost nothing here. Bradley carrying in, centering pass, poked to the line, kept in there by Trip Pace. Outlet pass to center was behind DeVault from Strager. Looked like it got deflected on its way. Now a centering pass. Strager sweeps it away. Hennick in the air. Bouncing puck for Camadilla, or make it DeVault rather. DeVault back for Hennick. Or make it Strager rather, jumping into the attack. Chopped at by Camadilla to the near side. Helped on further. Ambry just spins and throws it blindly in the middle of the ice. And it's helped out by Camadilla towards the near side. DeVault on further. Now a chance for the Engineers to break into the zone. Yoon pulls it back. He fanned on the pass, and that'll allow the Catamounts to head back the other way. Paquette into the RPI zone, and the whistle goes. And there's some extra back and forth. Ambry got his stick knocked out of his hand, and that's what he's upset about. Query gets the goal. As I mentioned, Ambry's still upset about something. He doesn't have his stick anymore. And he's going to the box. That's what he's most upset about, it appears. There was something after the whistle. We've seen a little bit of that here. Shot turned away by McBain into the corner. Cleared all the way down. Kicked at by Mannion as the Engineers are on the kill. There's a shot from the outside the blue line. It'll be covered up. The officials didn't want to blow the whistle because there wasn't anyone around to begin with, but then Austin Rand came flying in and gave them good reason. .15:49 on the clock. The Engineers have their second lead of the game at 3-2. But they're on the kill here. That one in from the point. Sticked away into the corner by McBain. Loose puck in the zone. Chopping at it. Rooney gets it all the way down. A lot of ice time for Brett Rooney and Josh Hewitt. Out of the zone comes Nicholas. Into the offensive zone. Pulls it back, takes a shot, hit off the glove of Rooney. Nicholas trying to get back on it, but it's taken away. Here comes Hewitt. Picking up speed into the offensive zone. Pulls it back, makes a move. Spins around. Lost it. Gets it right back. Hewitt continuing to cause a problem on the kill, and now he finally gets knocked down and lost the puck. 4-on-3, breaking slowly into the zone of the Catamounts. Stick save, puck comes loose to Rand. They'll go behind the net for Nicholas. Back to the point and out to center. And is not getting over there off the bench. He had a long change for block. He couldn't quite get to his right point spot. That puck deflects. Block will knock it down in his own end. Up the far boards, poked away, knocked down on the glove. It's underneath the RPI penalty killer. And the Engineers clear. That was Hewitt. 6 seconds to go on the penalty to Ambry. As it's moved in, shot over the top. Pace got a little bit too much underneath that one. Penalty over. Engineers kill it off. It's wrapped around to the half wall. Mannion back. Cleared out. And up ahead for Yoon, who couldn't control it. They wave it off. They'll say he touched it. Block. Trying to slap it out near side. Gets by Camadilla. And now the Catamounts look to break, although Strager breaks it up and sends it back the other way. Yoon gets hit, but plays it on for Camadilla, who lost it on the stick handle. It's scooped out to center. Knocked down there by Richardson. Richardson will flip it into the near corner. First one to it's going to be Mannion. Tried to play it up the near boards, but it was broken up and intercepted by Pace. And now the Engineers have it again. Camadilla trying to jump on it, gets some help there. Moves it into the zone. Far circle walking in. Shot was blocked. Right back to Camadilla. Backhander in front. One-timer by Richardson. Two stops and they score. Sam Mannion with the rebound. It may have been a third effort at goal there for RPI. As Camadilla came screaming around the net. He found Richardson center blue line. His shot was saved by Doobie, but Mannion had at least 2 cracks at it to stick it home. There is Sam Mannion of Lincolnshire, Illinois. The senior picks up the goal and doubles RPI's lead. There's the pass. Richardson, the one-timer. Mannion, 1 try, 2 tries, got it home. So Mannion picks up his first of the year. He had an assist last night. That one makes it 4-2. Mannion 10 goals last season. You saw on that graphic moments ago. Shot in deep by Faulkner, so RPI with a little bit of breathing room here. A big penalty kill, and they get the goal at the other end. Now a backhander quarry, and it's turned away. Catamounts will move it out to center. It's the defenseman Robichaud jumping into the play. That shot goes wide. Kept in near side. Big rebound, cleared out by the Engineers, but kept in by Robichaud. Another shot on the backhand that time, intercepted and backhanded off the boards by Strager. I'll say it was a hand pass. No, offside is the whistle. It'll be Richardson and Camadilla on the assists. So Teo with a goal and an assist so far today. Face-off will come all the way down. Shot save on the try by DeVault. Pinnacle backhanded in front. Another try by DeVault goes wide. Skidded up ice by Nicholas into the zone. Hip check attempted. Ambry now a centering pass, and it went behind the cage. Still loose in front. Backhander goes wide to the try by Nicholas. And we get a tripping call. It's going to be Ambry going off again. So power play chance and opportunity for Vermont to try and pull a little bit closer here. Now the Engineers have a 4-2 lead. Off the draw, RPI shoots it all the way down. Nearly losing an edge there. It was Robichaud, now he has it. Far side, carried into the zone, Vians. In the circle, shot off the back of the net and goes up out of play. Faceoff should come out of the zone. No. Maybe it was deflected. There's freshman netminder Liam McBain, looking for his second win and as many starts to his career for RPI. The shot from outside goes wide. Played up the boards. Now a shot to be held. A try by France. Robichaud, wrist shot coming, stick save. Into the corner by McBain. Wrist shot block, actually it was a pass from block. And they keep it in, Engineers can't clear it out. Robichaud again, plays catch along the far side. Working it down low was Nicholas. Now it's picked up by Rooney, he has some time and space and clears it all the way down. Camadilla trying to get on the end of it. Shorthanded chance from no angle, save made. And Doobie doesn't know where it is, so he awkwardly kind of falls onto his back. It looks like it's between his pads. He didn't want to make any sudden movements. The puck accidentally squeak by him. You can see 55 seconds on the Vermont power play. 10:48 to go in the third. It's 4-2 RPI. Engineers have scored a goal in each of the last 2 periods now. Oh, excuse me, 2 here in the third to take a 4-2 lead. behind the net now. It's going to be blocked to Robichaud. Up the far boards, and Hewitt will scoop it back the other way. All the way back behind their own net to get it. It's blocked for Robichaud again. Long outlet pass and a good connection into the zone. Pace. Cross ice feed. Another good pass, and the shot goes wide. Solid play there on the power play for the Catamounts. As the attempt, I believe, that was Gelino with the opportunity from the far circle there. Went wide, or potentially was Nick Sullivan. He might have been the one screaming. It looked like a right-hand stick, so yeah, it was probably Sullivan. Halfway through the third period, penalty about to expire on Ambry. There it is. Hewitt wraps it around, racing up ice. Olivieri better look out, as he was getting lined up there by Baker. Absorbed the hit, but did lose the puck. Now a giveaway at the line. DeVault a slapper with Hennick in front. That could have gone anywhere. Cleared out to center. Strager has it for RPI. Cross ice feed to the line is broken up and kept in. Olivieri off the back wall. Caroms to the side of the net where it's picked up by Baker. Engineers keep it in the zone at the point. That was Strager over there. Now Strager again, helping it to the near side. They dig away in front of the RPI bench. Harrison Naylor had it for a second. And now back into RPI territory. Here's Hennick from behind his own goal. Down the middle for Camadilla. He and DeVault into the zone, faking a shot, walking in, wrist shot over the top from Camadilla. DeVault again now on it, centering pass for Hennick off his skate. Pops out and carried out by the Catamounts. Although that pass was off the mark. Naylor couldn't control it in the air. Tried to glove it. Yoon just off the bench takes a hit and lost the puck. In on goal from center ice. The Engineers have it again. 8:22 left in the third period. 4-2 the Engineers lead. That pass nearly connected. They were looking for Yoon breaking into the zone, but he couldn't control. Camadilla walking in. Faking, centering, and it eventually went wide. Might have been Mannion there who tried to stick it home. Now it's flipped high in the air and into the crowd. We'll have a stoppage in play. Exactly 8 minutes to go in the third. 4-2 the Engineers lead. There is Camadilla and Mannion, line mates since they came to RPI 4 years ago. Very strong chemistry between the two. There's a shot right off the draw. It'll be smothered by Doobie. Robichaud off the defensive zone face-off win. Popped into the bench off the stick of Nicholas, and will have a face-off in the neutral zone. There's Josh Hewitt, another senior on this club. There's a lot of veterans on this RPI team looking to make another postseason run like they did a year ago, making the regional playoffs for the first time in school history. This the 8th season of RPI ACHA hockey, the 7th full year, as in 08-09 they just played half a year. We were talking about it yesterday. Trying to develop some history. The alumni base obviously continues to grow. I'm sure a lot of folks tuning in this weekend to catch the start of this fresh campaign for RPI ACHA hockey. So a pretty well-attended alumni game every year. And as the Catamounts break into the zone, save was made, rebound off a skate, and somehow it did not find its way in. Good back check by Mannion, although they give it away again. Spinning around in the far circle is Rand. He'll throw it right through the middle. Nobody there. Camadilla back on it for RPI. Nicholas lost it. Rand back on it. Trying to poke it free. Puck stays in the zone. Mannion can't clear again. Finally they do. Camadilla up ahead. Engineers at the end of a shift here. Yoon will take a shot, ramps up a stick, and out of play. Well, the stoppage With 6:46 left in the third, 4-2 RPI still on top here. Draw it up to the left of Doobie. Shot comes, it's blocked. Kept in by Richardson at the line. Stick handling, throw it right into Corey. He'll chase after it. One hands one off the base of the net. Kept in by Emery at the far point. Now Faulkner stick handling. Back to Richardson, top of the circle. Wrists one on goal. Save made. Rebound loose for a second. Cross ice pass intercepted. Picked up by Faulkner now. Faulkner into the zone. Pulls it back. Makes a move. Lost it on the poke check. Back comes Vermont. Could be a 3-on-2. Stick handling still. Fanning on the shot in the end of the play there was Sullivan. And carried back by Faulkner. Trying to shield it away from Gelano. And now it will be Jacob Satcher from behind his own net. Took his eye off the puck for a second, but gets it back. Plays it far side, and now a long outlet pass off Sullivan's skate. He's offside. He was in before the puck. 5:42 on the clock. This one ticking away on Vermont. They'll need something in a hurry here. Puck in the RPI zone, goes deep. Richardson back to play it for RPI. Try to work it up the near wall. Nearly broken up by Naylor. But the Engineers do get it to center. Hennick pulls it back, fakes a shot into the slot, turning and shooting. Hit a shin pad, goes free to the corner. Now a centering attempt off the base of the cage. Maybe caught the goalie stick in the end on the try by default. Here is Naylor. Feeding it on further. Trying to find Sam Francis. Amory will shoot it around. Nobody there. In a white shirt, Paquette keeps it alive for the time being. Now Hennick takes over. Playing it back and indirect behind the cage for Amory. Amory ahead, looking for Hennick off the boards. And now Camadilla. He lost the puck. Slapped at by Egner. Working up the wall is DeVault, taken over by his opposing number 8. That's Dustin Paquette. And now kept in at the point. Kept in by Strager. Roll it behind. Looking to turn DeVault, throws it right in on goal. Stick save made. And just kind of sat there. Those low shots are awkward sometimes for goaltenders. They make the stop of their stick and they have to make a decision, or they want to go down and cover it or want to play it away. That time, Doobie elected to cover. Draw coming up here. There's actually one back towards goal on his own net by Austin Rand. Sticked away. Backhanded into the bench again, and we'll have a face-off. Depending on where that came from, looks like we'll have a neutral zone draw. Nope. In the Vermont end. There's Sam Mannion as RPI's most recent goal, giving the Engineers a 4-2 lead. Mannion off the face-off win by Camadilla. Shot hit a leg, and now out come the Catamounts. Vians makes a move around one man. Gets some help, though, from Mannion as he's steered into the corner. Vians goes down. Vermont still on it. Shot and a save. Into the trapper of the goaltender. Liam McBain on the try by Kyle Nicholas. 3:46 left. RPI will get a full change. McBain readies for the draw. Here we go. Knocked down on the play. Shot comes at his skate in front of the net. It'll trickle to the corner. Hewitt's there. He's tied up. Moving it along. The Engineers have numbers if they want to skate here. into the zone. Quarry just scooping it ahead. It was gloved for a second by Block, and now near side. Taking a hit there was Foster. Move it to the middle of the ice. Catamounts take over. Rabachon. Far side for Vians. He gets rubbed off the play. Now navigating his own zone is Rooney. Soft little backhand pass ahead. Faulkner lost it. Quarry lost it as well. It's tapped in deep. Wave off the icing. Hewitt. He'll be the first one to it. He goes to battle there with Gelino. Now a jam try at the side of the cage. Pace couldn't even get to the side of the net as it was broken up defensively by Rooney. Shot back in by Rabachon. Slowed to the corner by the paddle of the goaltender's stick. And now rolled out to center ice. Bouncing puck. Will be controlled by Foster. He takes a slap shot. That's helped to the corner by Doobie. DeVolt. Wrap around. Threw it right through the crease. Around to the near side. Olivieri stick handles free. Olivieri walking in front. Has a man. Hennick. And he is absolutely robbed by Doobie. Great stop by Doobie to keep this a 2-goal game. Hennick works so well. Both of those young wingers with him. Olivieri a centerman, but that pass came from behind the net, and Hennick all alone with the goaltender. And Doobie made an absolutely fantastic glove save. Keeping the deficit at 2 for the visitors. Olivieri, he'll walk it in front again. Deja vu, centering pass. Hennick, he put it wide this time. Same exact thing happened just seconds ago with Doobie making the save. This time Hennick doesn't put the shot on goal. He was being harassed all the while. Backhanded back into the zone by Ambry. With a minute 45 to go. Back into RPI territory. Ambry's going to chase it down. They'll throw it off the back wall. Karam's around. It's kept in the zone by Paquette. Now back out to center. Rolling into the Vermont end. Right back to Paquette. Gets his stick lifted for a second. Back on it. Keeps it in the zone. Picked up by Richardson. He'll head the other way for RPI. Richardson crossing center. Dumping in. Taking a bump there was Kyle DeVault. And then getting taken to the ice was Hennick. Long outlet pass. Nearly connected off the stick of Gorson. Back in by RPI. We're under a minute to go in the third period, and we have a stoppage here with 58.2 left. 4-2 is the RPI advantage. Engineers have goals from Camadilla, Hennick, Mannion, somebody else. Quarry, I forgot about that. He has the go-ahead goal, in fact. Patrick Quarry has the go-ahead goal. That's why you leave a note. Into the zone. Pass fired across from Vians. Now a backhander by Vians over the top of the cage. Rabachon a drive that hit something on its way through all the way to the corner. Empty net here as off the bench and not very gracefully into the bench, I might add. You couldn't see it, but kind of tumbled in to Doobie. It's not easy for a goalie to go over the boards if you've ever tried it. In goalie pass. So 6 skaters on there for the final 13 seconds now. For Vermont. Empty net. Camadilla looking for that empty netter. He's not going to get it here. It's stripped away. Touch pass into the zone. Wrist shot coming. Takes a deflection. Helped into the corner. There's the final horn. It's a great start to the season for RPI. They take both games of the weekend. 5-1 over Westfield State last night, and a 4-2 victory here against UVM. Goals, as I mentioned, Camadilla, Hennick, Quarry, and Mannion. What they have in common is that they're all seniors. And they all get on the board here, a couple of them for the second time this season. Teams shake hands at center ice. As you can can see the crew who brought you today's game for free, of course. And a reminder, you can support the We Are Gold project. You can visit rpitv.org/donate. Find out more about the great things RPI TV does for the RPI community. Now you can help them achieve their goals of bringing you more great programming like you've seen here this weekend. Engineers have to be happy with their start. Of course, there's a lot more to do, but they have apparently seemingly found a goaltender in the freshman Liam McBain, who picks up wins in both games. Gave up a couple power play goals today. Other than that, he was very solid. We harken back to that second period. RPI to kill a couple 5-on-3s, a couple too many power plays, too many penalties taken in that period. But McBain made a couple of stops that kept it at 2-1, and the Engineers were able to come back and win 4-2. So credit the Engineers for that one. And then the goals did come, and they were able to hold it down for the victory. So for all of us here at RPI TV, I'd like to thank you for watching today's game. Your final score once again was RPI 4, the University of Vermont 2. This has been live coverage of RPI ACHA hockey on RPI TV.